Just trying to get this set up first. It's going to take a second. Never know how to get back to my comments on this thing. So I can, oh, here we go. Guess that works better. Live chat, here we go. Everybody wants to ban Carl. Audio video working now. Awesome. Is Carl in the chat? Because he had a question I wanted to answer, and then get moving on to other things. Have my water. It's freaking hot here today. How you doing, Anthony? Benjamin? Glad that everybody's here and they're awesome. Let me move my phone there so I can see. Yeah, awesome. Thumbs up. 2 of them. What more could you want? Anyway, somebody was asking if you could do, remember the denatured alcohol trick with the, hardly set up very well. But this guy right here, with the Coca-Cola and denatured alcohol, somebody was pretty clever and said, hey, let's try it with Padauk, whatever you want to call it. I call it Padauk because it sounds awesome. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. So we have some Padauk in here. I just cut it on the bandsaw before you came in. It's actually a nice piece of Padauk. It was quarter sawn, so whatever. We don't care. So we're going to open up a can. This is all there is to it. You just get yourself a mason jar. These things they cost nothing for a set of 1,000 or whatever. Open up your denatured alcohol. It's like you're pouring yourself a cocktail, but it's a Padauk tail. Y'all are going to laugh when you see that. Okay. Just pour some of that stuff in there. It's kind of the end of the can. So whatever. You can already see it. Mel needs more denatured alcohol. Lethal cocktail. Got that right. 200% safe. Okay. So now, you saw this literally like a second ago. I put this in here, and I just wiggle it around a little bit. You gotta shake and not stir. Whatever. So, it's just already turning an awesome red color. Maybe in about 20-30 minutes we can try that on some on that curly maple and see what it does. Okay, set off to the side for now. Hey Derek, how you doing? So another idea I had, a few people were asking about these the Bridge City planes, specifically this guy. This is the HP6, which stands for HP6. I don't know what HP stands for, but it's HP6 FX. The difference is this is a different sole configuration. You have the sliding dovetail mechanism here, rather than the old ones had like screws. I'll show you on one of the profiles. Yeah. So, like in the old ones, the rabbit profile, which I made something cool for it. Well, for the rabbit profile, they had all these little Allen screws you had to fucking, like, 8 of them. And they come in a little bag, and they get lost. So, it's just a pain in the ass. Not very user-friendly. Some people that have these planes, the old style, they put the rabbit plane cutter in there and they leave it. They don't even, they just buy another plane. This kind of defeats the purpose, but awesome. Glad everyone's here. So in this kit, or not kit, when you buy the plane, you just get the plane by itself, just the black and silver bits. You don't get a blade, you don't get the profile soles, you don't get the fence, you don't get the wooden parts. All that comes in different little boxes. One of those is this fence system. So you have these little guys, which are similar to the Stanley 45 planes, if you've seen those. They just screw into the sides. And you also get this piece right here, which can screw to the left or the right of the plane and tighten up. Then you have to buy the wood rails system. Right now I have a 90-degree edge of fence on there, which looks like this. So it has threaded inserts. This is hard maple. See the inserts. And there's also 45 degrees profiles if you wanted to do something with those. So a cool thing about this plane, just checking on comments. Carl isn't. He doesn't love you. That's fine. Carl pretends like he's busy. So over here, yeah, look at that. How cool is that? Still got you guys live, and man, we're switching around. We're not a static wood show here. We're moving all around. Okay, I hope you can see the top of this board and some of, well, probably a lot of me, probably too much of me, but I wanted to show you this HP6 hand plane with the 1/8 inch beading profile, which is, you can see what that's going to do. There you go. So, and I want to show you also in conjunction with the center scribe, which is this guy right here. Center scribe has one side where you can put in a pencil or a mechanical pencil and just tighten that down. And the other side, which is the one I like to use, has actually a little scribe, a metal scribe right there. You can see it's barely sticking up. And I use this plane, I use the center scribe a lot when I'm either resawing. I'll just, you know, if I'm doing a perfect resaw. You can also offset. There's a piece in here. It's called a mortising attachment. This comes separate. I mean, you know, you think you get all this stuff at once, but you don't. So the mortising attachment, I've never used it, but you can slide it on the plane, on this center scribe, and then you can offset the center scribe. So now it's an offset scribe. They should just make one. And so now it's offset, so you can do mortising. So if you want to come in, you know, this way from a board and switch it around, now you have your scribe marks all set. Well, what I'm going to show you is how I use this plane or this center scribe to mark the center of the board. I don't know how thick this is. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah, no, there's no giveaways here, Joseph. We haven't met our, I'm sorry, I just got a text. So I just want to show you this right here. So all you do, you don't even, I don't know how thick this board, or how thick this board is at all. I have no idea. So all I do, see, I'm just putting it right on there. You want to see that better, probably. Here you go. Oh, that was my phone. I don't have laptop holders. I just have sustainers that hold laptops. 0 F's given. Yeah, Derek. How wide is it? Oh, I knew somebody was going to ask me that. I don't know. So I know Derek's gonna, well, it's 15/16 of an inch wide. I don't know if that is in metric. You're on your own. So now we just, all we do, so the center scribe is up here, the scriber. So we make sure that's off of the board. You can lock it down with this mechanism right here, the lock knob, this guy. Or you can just hold it with your fingers, which is what I normally do. All you do is move that right across. See? Show you this way. You want to make sure you don't have any rock, which I do have a little bit. Just want to hold it a little bit tighter. I don't have any rock. And make sure I'm pushing down on the front. Pulling all the way back. And now you can see that on the video, but I want to show you. Now I have a perfectly scribed mark. It's kind of shitty, you can't see it. There you go. So a perfectly scribed mark in the center of the board. Freedom units. Yes, freedom units. Well, Sharif, if you want to give us a computation conversion on what that is in, I guess, not freedom units. I was going to say something, but it might hurt somebody's feelings. So now we have our center line, right? Why is that important? Because this profile has teeth, and I want to make sure, and this board is such a width that I'm gonna, the profile, the center line is gonna have a tooth over it, like a little horseshoe. But you'll see that kind of. So I want to start kind of in the middle of the board with the fence held up against it. I want to maintain pressure, just like I'm using a normal plane. That's why you need a proper vise. Thought I'd be able to get away with it. This is not working. 24 millimeters for the communists. It's probably not working because I'm slightly skewed. Yeah, this is live. I'll do it better in another video. So, anyway, the long and the short of it is the plane puts a nice profile on the board. So you see it picks up a nice shadow line. It's far from perfect, but you get the idea. See, so you have the profile all the way across the board, and it terminates at the end. So about 3/4 of an inch, 15/16, 7/8 wide boards will be fine for that hand plane. Should have bought the. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's not Festool's fault I'm using their stuff incorrectly. This is a live thing. Yeah, see, I'm not square at all. So. That was the 62 in action, just for Benjamin. I don't know if he bought one yet. In the mason jar, in this one, there's Coca-Cola denatured alcohol. And in this one, there's Padauk and denatured alcohol we made about 10 minutes ago. We're going to try that out pretty soon. Let's see if we're square. So now we're square. So I want to try this again, because that wasn't fair. So my fence is already set. It's still not going to clamp, hold in there very well. So you see just a couple passes. You start off with that really light lines right there. Kind of in the way of the light. So this starts off like with here, just a little marking line so you can see where you're at. Because you don't want those, you don't want that iron to protrude very much, because you'll get a lot of skipping, which won't be good. Ah! Awesome. Catch more comments just for a second. I had one, I sold it to Benjamin, because I'm using a Lake Erie wood screw for my vise. So Benjamin bought a vise instead of a 62 plane. Is there a Lee Nielsen plane that does that? No. Oh, Carl's here. Carl, this is Padauk and denatured alcohol. We made it for you to drink. Since you were here, since you weren't here, we just made it anyway, so you didn't even get to see it being made. So, here's our board from the other week. Week 1. Wow. So here we are, week number 3. Is that better? Or is it better over here? With so here's the first week we did the same with the Coca-Cola, denatured alcohol. Turned out kind of splotchy because it wasn't flat and it wasn't sanded to a great angle. And then garbage in the chat. So here's now our mixture with Padauk. I don't know what it's going to look like. I never tried it. Curly maple, yes sir. Blue rag, once again. No fancy brushes or applicators. So it's going on very red. You can see it already, it's popping. So it's giving us a pretty good figure reveal. So then it'll be okay, but I still unfold my rags when I do something with it. Out of habit. Garbage in the chat. Yep, Carl. So now we have, I'll put my top back on before I spill it. So now you can see the differences. The larger portion is that Padauk mixture we made 15, 18 minutes ago. I like it over here better, I think. I think I can see you better. Or I can be seen better. So then, thanks, Carl. Yeah, it doesn't take much time or effort. And you can see right now that this Coca-Cola, because it was darker is sticking better. And I also put armor seal on this one. Right here, I didn't do anything with it other than rub some red stuff on there. And you can see it's still, you know, it's less intense, but I think it has potential. Maybe not Coca, maybe not Padauk, but maybe a different material. Because all you want to do is catch those. You don't want to put color on maple. You just want it to pop that grain. Derek wants to see more sanding. I don't know. I call a lot of crap for that from people. So you just want it to catch in the raking light. See that figure? So now it looks like a nice board. This is the other side of the board for comparison. You can see it's still catching some, but it's not as pronounced. And then, yeah, that doesn't look bad. It looks more red in person than it's showing up. It looks browner on TV. Put chalkboard paint on it. Paint it white. Maple, no. I don't really want to sand it. Yeah, Anthony, it's really cool. I didn't think it was going to pop that much. Just on one application, on a board that isn't flat and it's not properly surfaced or prepared. You see, that looks really, really nice. So yeah. But the other day, I don't know, I was floating around eBay, and thanks, Derek. I think it looks awesome too. The other day I was floating around eBay, and I saw this piece of wood, and I didn't know what to do with it. It's like a curly burl, not burl, but just the end of the frickin' tree on the outside, like where the bark would be, the live part. So I thought it would look cool, or maybe I could cut it up and make a frame out of it, or hang it on the frickin' wall and just look at it. So I got this board, really just to play with it, and it was a curly board. You can see I've hand planed this already, so you can see it curl. That's just naturally with no finish on it at all. So I've hand planed it. You can see I didn't get it perfectly flat. There's some spots right there. This edge, this curl is just really popping. Paint it white, call it shabby chic. No, Hawkins. We don't put metal legs on tables, and we don't paint things white and call it chic. Derek has a decent idea. Put a magnet on it, call it a key holder. Yeah, you can just hang it on your wall. Cool. Maybe a magnet, or maybe a magnet down here, and you can pop your beers. Buy a lathe, cast it with acrylic, and turn pins from it. Yeah, I could. Shabby chic makes the difference, not just chic. I don't want to say all that, Ben. Shabby chic, like, woo, I don't know. So, we have this board, and maybe we should do something with it. So I have some armor seal here. Paint can opener. Oh, blue rag. Again. Yeah, that's true. It's like an unflat board. So we're just gonna see what this looks like. I have no idea. Just gonna kind of rub this on there. See, it's popping. It's looking cool. I'm gonna put a glove on. Giant glove. And now I can really bear down and so this is a piece of wood I bought on eBay. I think I spent $12 for it with shipping. Maybe it was $15. So it already looks pretty cool. Now we have this guy over here. So that curl really jumps out with a little bit of armor seal on it. So yeah, that's always unfold your rags or they'll catch on fire. Have to crap off your fingers because you didn't put gloves on. Yeah, Ben, I'm here. I'm here for whatever you want. How's it going, Eric? Are you still arguing with people? Or is it your day off? Yeah, you see that thing got locked, that thread? Too many feelings got hurt. We had to lock threads. Okay. I'm not involved anymore. Okay. We have our everyone's favorite part. Okay. So now, what it would make? I don't know. We made pretty, and then. Well, that's really pretty looking. So that's with no anything on it. Just a really pretty board. Not like the normal ones. That's why in week 1 I called this one a crappy board. Because you can see a crappy board, not crappy board. That's kind of the difference in figure between a really like Eric loves pine and pocket screws. Right, Eric? All right, hold on. There are some people, I think Sharif asked a question. Awesome, Sharif, I'm on the big screen. So, here's my Stanley 45. Try and move you back around here. See you. Still see me. Maybe. I don't know which one's better. So Stanley 45. Old one. I mean, this thing is, I don't even know how old this thing is. But people seem to not really understand. I'm gonna move you back over here, I think. There we go. That seems better. It was made when Mel still had hair. Fucking Ben has jokes today, man. probably made in, I'm not even going to guess. Here's the original book for it. It tells you how to do all this stuff. Yet, people are like, they're amazed. Here's all the shit you can do with it. And here's all the other shit you can buy. They're no different back then. They sold you the basic kit, and they wanted you to buy all this other crap with it. So here's the attachment when you're doing beading. Nobody knows what that's for. There's a slitter attachment for veneer work. Here's some attachments that don't even work with the 45. That's for a 55. But they're in there anyway, because you get this shit off eBay, and you don't know. People that are selling it don't know it. Benjamin can't get white pine, only Doug and white fir. Good. Don't even buy that. She was made so fair, so hurt. I'm not going to hurt you, Ben. You're my friend. Fucking Joe's always looking for a freebie. So here's the Stanley 45 again. And I had it set up probably just to make a rabbit. Really narrow rabbit. So you can see the blade that's in there. Ah. Oh, it's backwards. There you go. A little tiny, probably a 1/4 inch blade in there. So you loosen these adjustment screws on the side. And then it just moves. You can adjust that in and out. See? It's not hard. Doesn't take a lot of effort. You can also lock this down. People don't understand this either. You can lock these screws down on the end of your, I call it a gross adjustment. And then you can manipulate this screw right here. And then, as long as this guy's unlocked, then you have that minor adjustment. Fine tune. Which is a really clever thing. Floating shelf. No. You don't even want to do that. So the thing that people mess up on with this plane and other planes is depth stop. You don't always it comes off. These come off too. So now that we can see what we're doing, let me take this off. Oh, we need that. So now we can see the plane better. Here we have 45, as stated. So we have a nicker on both sides of the plane. So you have one right there, a cross grain nicker on that side and opposite side. Here. Notice in front of the blade, so it scores the wood before you push it across with the cutter. And you're supposed to drag the nicker back, then cut. So you notice I don't have the blade projected very far. Just like a hand plane. You can barely see that blade projection. So this is your depth stop. And that's adjusted. You loosen this screw and just simply manipulate this. Then you go, and these skates go down into the wood because the blade projects past the wood. Then your depth stop contacts the top of the board. I don't know what I called you, Joe. There's a delay. Probably something funny. So that's basically it. So you loosen this guy up. There's a lot of adjustments on here. So that's where people get frustrated. There's a screw right here, a little thumb screw. What that does, there's a concentric nut or knob, post, whatever you want to call this guy right here. You can see it right there, right? Inside, yeah. So as you pull that out, it loosens pressure on the blade. So now I can take the blade out. I can put the blade in. I want to make sure the top of this blade right here, there's a little hook. And you can only put the blades in one way. I don't know how people mess that up. So now I have the blade all the way down, then I get some adjustment on there, then I can raise and lower the blade. Then I tighten my concentric knob. Then I set my depth adjustment, put on my fence, plow aboard. Anyway, I think that answered Sharif's question he had last week in the chat of the Discord. You do. Eric says he needs some Tommy Bahama woodworking uniforms. I'd just grab a t-shirt, man. That's what I do. So, let's see here. Live dash. Oh, I can see what I was doing live. Ah. Awesome. Okay. What else would you like to talk? We covered a lot of things fairly quickly, just to keep things moving around and moving along and not give people an hour and 10-minute video like we did last week. So I'm watching the comments. I think Eric's the last comment. So we're at about a half hour, 35, 36 minutes. Anything you want me to go over, talk about, show you? Let's go back over here. Y'all were chatting more when the camera was over here. So that's kind of about it, I guess. So we went over this little key holder. Probably. Doesn't look bad now. We'll set it on this rack. We went over popping this grain, and seriously about, with making the die, about 10 minutes worth of work and waiting. Yeah, the Padauk tail. Thanks for stopping by, Anthony. Appreciate it. We are winding down. So now, put everything away. And if any other comments pop up, I should dumple the curly maple. Gotta bite my tongue. Maybe I'm gonna send you some metal legs for Christmas, Eric, for your table. See, it goes on easy. You want some metal legs, Eric? Then you can be shabby chic with Joseph. It's all the rage. Dumplings with chicken, yes. No, I don't want to dumple or dimple or stipple or stapple or scrapple or chickens or walnuts. Yeah, Eric is brutal. All right. Aside from stippling and dumpling and dippling, Sharif, that's not a bad idea. It has a box. It's a nice box, so everything fits in there. I need like a Sys 4 for all that crap. Don't knock Scrapple. Joseph, man. Joseph needs an intervention. Hairpin legs or no legs at all. You live too far away for a proper intervention. Maybe we can just beat you up in chat. All right. The next project for Mel. The next project for Mel is getting the shop wired up properly with a 100 amp sub panel and 220 drops, so I can finally start my table saw. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks now. Then I'm awaiting delivery from my friends over at Felder. Austrian elves make the machinery. Then, so once I get all that all set up, I'm going to be making a dining room table. I'm thinking curly maple for the entire project. Sharif asks, what's on your bench at the moment? Sorry if I missed that at the start. Right at the moment, I'm currently working on nothing except for talking to you. Yeah, they're sleepy Austrian elves, Sharif. You know, it'll be at the dock on the 10th. It'll be on the dock at the 8th. It'll be at the dock. I've been waiting for this thing since January. Yeah, Eric, I'll make you a southern yellow pine table, and with pocket screws and too much glue and too many clamps. Joseph's crazy. We're not using curly maple with hairpin legs. Yeah, Sharif, the curly maple is, I'm going to model, one idea I have is basically the Doucette and Wolf table, the trestle table they made. I'm going to make a different base. I don't really care for the treatment they put on the wood on that one. Yeah, Sharif, you have a lot of good points here. Shipping large items is an archaic industry. You know, when you can just pick up the phone and Amazon app and the fucking drone drops toilet paper off at your front door. And then here I'm waiting 3 months for something to actually be put on a boat and brought over to me. I'm losing my mind over here. It's definitely trying my patience. So hopefully they actually have a date that they're going to give this thing to me. I still haven't gotten confirmation. I just checked my email. So no confirmation as of right now. Ben asked, is it actually on the boat? I have no idea. You know, they told me it is. But it's like saying the check's in the mail. You know, how do you know? I just have to trust them. You know, you you send somebody all this money and it's waiting on something. It's frustrating. I want it now. I'm not patient. It could be on its way back to Austria. I was told to expect a customs delay. Yeah, Eric, I'm planning on doing the Doucette Wolf trestle table, some variation thereof. Mainly, I like the top. I'm probably gonna keep it plainer than they did. It's still curly, but not the color that they used. I don't. That antique curly look isn't what I'm going for that piece. Audio sucks. I need to get a microphone. Sorry, but you know it's well-known fact that you're deaf. So, yeah, Ben, it could have been one of the 2,300 shipping containers that falls off the ship each year. God, I'm not going to sleep tonight. Thanks. Why would you do that to me? Yeah, the coffee table from that would be awesome. Ben has good hearing. Yeah, they make a lot of really cool things, but they also make things for clients. And so they have to do things that maybe they wouldn't put in their own house. Just like anybody that makes things for other people. I've certainly made things I wouldn't allow in my house. Yeah, Sharif, I mean, you know, with 27 subscribers, I'm not ready to throw money at this thing. I'll certainly ramp up as timing needs and as the needs dictate. As of right now, hey man, we're just having fun talking about wood and different things revolving around woodworking. That's why, you know, I'd really appreciate it if you could post questions when this goes live. Well, not live because the comments die, but after the comment, or after this is live, if you can either post what you want to see next week. So I'm planning on doing these Tuesdays. Seems like a good day and time. I can talk about anything you want, go over anything. If I have enough time in advance, I can pick up a different species of wood or plan on making something, you know. Or just send me a message on chat or right through YouTube. I think almost everybody on here is familiar with Facebook and they're my friend on there. So, yeah, and, you know, the normal YouTube stuff, like, share, yada, yada. You know, it'd be cool to get a lot of people in here just for the sake of spreading around information and getting more ideas flowing, what we can do, what we can address as a group every week, rather than yelling at Carl and Eric and Ben. Because until Ben buys that hand plane, we're going to keep yelling at him. So maybe there's other people that need a hand plane. We need to get them in here too. And I lost my chair. We cleaned up the shop about 4 or 5 days ago, and the kids took the chairs down to the basement. That's why I'm standing. Well, now I'm getting bombarded with 2-day-old text messages. That'll go on for about an hour. So I'm live again for those that know what I'm talking about. So if there's anything else at all that you want me to go over, talk about. I didn't put it out here so I wouldn't forget. I think Derek was making a big order on Festool products, Tool Nut, whatever you want to call them now. So this is that Pika. So Pika. Eric wants to know, can you dry wood by steaming it? No, Eric, you cannot. That's stupid. They steam walnut to balance out the color, then they dry it. We can go over that in detail if you'd like. Would you like to know more about that, Eric? Oh, what the fuck is that? Pika? So it's this awesome marker. Sharif has an 8-year-old that responded to Pika. My kids are probably going to come through the door. So, yeah, Pika. So it's an awesome little pencil. You get interchangeable pieces. Saying pieces a lot. So this is actually a little holder. You can see it's called Pika Dry. And at the end, it's just like one of those click pens. You can extend the medium and then sharpen right on the end of right on the end. So now that's sharp. So I usually clip this to my pocket when I'm working, or my apron when it's not so fucking hot. But it's really a cool pencil because now I can draw on rough wood without that pencil breaking. And now we play tic-tac-toe. I won. Anyway, so now you can draw on rough wood, make your marks. So you're not relying on a mechanical pencil that the lead's going to break as soon as it hits a rough spot in the wood. So it's a rough layout tool that I really like. And you can get the colors in here. I was just doing some installs, so I had that over there. Yeah, Eric. If you make it wet, it doesn't get drier. The only thing that dries the wetter it gets is a towel. It's a sustainer full of pencils. No, that's the drill sustainer. I was just doing an install last week, so I still had them in there. But when you get that combo pack from the company that sells these, we're not sponsored, you get a pack of this. So you get the pencil, the holder with built-in sharpener, and you have red, which I've used because I like the red because it shows up the best, yellow, and graphite, like normal pencils. And Pika Dry, made in Germany, so you know it's good. So you just pop that up, put another one in there. Let's see here. Ooh, mind blown, yep. Puns, that's what she said. Riddles, one of those. Yeah, it's like a play on words. Riddle, yeah, that'll work. So I really like this for rough layout. You know, if I'm going to jigsaw something, you know, because chalk is just so damn fat. You can't know. You have to give yourself an extra ½ inch, basically, if you use chalk. So if you're really if you're laying out for, like, legs or something, like if you had a piece, you know, so your board is that wide now. Now you have a piece that goes like this. Now you have a piece like this. You know, whatever, right? I can get much closer to that line now. Just an example of diameter of the lead. I don't know. It doesn't state the diameter of the lead. I think you just have to buy their proprietary pencils, inserts. Yeah, Eric, you do need one, and you can get it. I bought mine from Festool Products when I ordered a bunch of other shit one day, because I normally order through Bob Marino for Festool stuff, but he only carries Festool stuff and Quaz Dogs. No, it's not. The scribe tip It's just a pencil. So you can kind of see it's dull now. But you just draw. So it's much finer than a piece of chalk, which I used for years. I just saw Mike's comment from yesterday. No Amazon. Yeah, but festivalproducts.com, right? They have it, no tax, free shipping, and you'll have it this week if you order it today. So tell them I sent you. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So, yeah, I think that's the coolest thing I wanted to show you. So, if there are any other questions, comments, suggestions, I'm going to give it another 30 seconds or so, and if there's no other comments, we're gonna shut it down. Oh, it's cool. This got even more red as the show went on today. So I'm gonna have to buy more denatured alcohol and really explore this, because this is that Coca-Cola after about a month. So, all right. Yeah, Eric. You get an iPhone and I'll get an Android. That'll work. So I think that that's about it for today. Please leave some messages, comments for anything you want to see for the next week's show. Probably, let's plan on something regular, so let's do this around the same time. So it's 12 o'clock my time, or 1 o'clock my time here in Colorado. I'll set up a schedule, whatever they call that, an alert. I don't know if y'all get those, to let you know that I will be live, or if it just tells you that I am live. Either way, I'll see you in next week. So, thanks a lot, and bye.